Single parents focus. How common is it for children to come from single parent families in your country? How are single parents viewed by your society? Single out the selfish breeders. Sue Carroll. We've topped the European League this year. Our teenager pregnancy rate, around 90,000 a year in England alone, is 6 times higher than in Holland, one of the most sexually liberated nations on earth, and 4 times higher than in France. What a sorry state! And what exactly have we done? Nothing, other than to pat these girls on the head, make sure they are comfortably housed, then provide enough money so that they can gaze in wonderment at the rest of us mere mortals getting out of bed every morning to earn a decent living. Criminal. This attitude of compla- com- complacency is criminal, and it's got to stop. Tony Blair proposed to change the law so that under-18 teenagers' mothers will be housed in semi-supervised accommodation. I couldn't care whether they stick them in the slammer, so long as it gets them off the benefits bandwagon. It's okay. I'm blessed for the countless letters I'll receive from the bleeding hearts who believe I belong back in the dark age, where becoming a single mother was a stigma. But rather than a society which bends over backward to tolerate the likes of 19-year-old Samantha Dawson, who has 4 children by 3 fathers and wants more, a girl who repeatedly boasts, "People are talking a lot of rubbish when they complain about what unmarried mothers get. We need it, and we are entitled to it. I make sure my children get the best of everything. Why shouldn't they just because I don't work?" It's enough to make your teeth grind. God only knows what job she'll make of dragging up her own brood. The real tragedy is that Samantha is not an isolated case. Figures released reveals that numbers are increasing, and though there will always be a few genuine hard luck cases who really need the welfare state, the majority are frighteningly similar to her. Girls who, because rent will be covered, will never learn the true meaning of the word self-respect. What chance does that give their own children? I'm sick of the finger-pointing moralists who claim that these girls are victims of inner city life, so desperate, so desperate to leave unhappy homes that the only escape route they understand comes in the shape of a newborn baby. This is not the only way out but the easiest. Countless men and women have lived in circumstance beyond endurance and managed to emerge without fleecing every other taxpayers in the land. Aware, holier than thou anti-sex education evangelists like Anne Widdecombe believe that children are more sexually aware because they know too much too young. She'll be better getting her knickers in a twist over what they don't learn, little lessons about life and responsibility. I knew about sex when I was 10 years old. Had I been even remotely interested, I wouldn't have done it. Why? Because I'll have been too damn scared. The way teenager girls will be when they face the facts that from now on, we hope, having a baby no longer paves the ways to the pampered life of a protected species. Nero. Comprehension. Number 1. What is the teenager pregnancy rate in England? 2. How will the law change? 3. Why does Samantha Dawson think teenager mothers should gain money? 4. What's the writer's opinion on arguments that having a baby is the only way out for these girls? Discussion. 1. How well do you think a single parent can bring up a child? 2. Do you think children from single-parent families suffer because of it? 3. What problems do you think single parents face? How can they overcome these problems? 4. Do you think the state should be responsible for helping single parents? If so, how? 5. Do you think people should be able to have as many children as they want? 6. Should single parents have priority for receiving housing? Why? Why not? 7. Many mothers are abandoned by the child's father. How can absent fathers be made to face up to their responsibilities? How much maintenance should they pay, and should they be punished if they refuse? 8. In the UK, the number of single mothers is increasing. How do you think this can be prevented? Better sex education at school, tougher law for absent fathers? 9. Can single fathers be as good at parenting as single mothers? Activities. A. Role play. Work in groups of 3. Lisa Rose, age 19, has just had a baby. At present, she and the child are living with her parents. However, she had applied to the local council for a flat as the situation at home has become very difficult. Students A and B must present their ideas to the judge, who will make a decision. Student A: You are Lisa's lawyer. Your client was going to train to become a teacher until she got pregnant. The pregnancy was unplanned, but Lisa is very happy to be a mother. However, she is now unemployed and doesn't want to continue living with her parents as they oppose the pregnancy as their house is too cramped. You want the councils to provide a two-bedroom flat for Lisa. Make the best case you can do to ensure Lisa gets a flat. Student B: You are the council's lawyer. The council already has a long list of people waiting to be rehoused, and you believe that as Lisa is secure accommodations at the moment, hers is not an urgent case. Put the council's views forward as best you can, inventing any other details you may need. Student C: You are the judge who has been appointed to decide the case. Listen to both lawyers, ask any question you need to, and allow them to question one another. Then make the decision as to whether Lisa will be rehoused. As a class, compare the deals you made and decide who was the best lawyer. B. Write a short report on the case you have just heard. Summarize the points made by each lawyer and the judgments made. Or write a letter in response to the article, either agreeing with the points the writer made or presenting the other point of view. Enumeration facts. Keywords. Contraception. Methods used to deliberately prevent a woman becoming pregnant. Antenatal care. Care for pregnant women before birth. Sex education. When young boys and girls are taught about sex and reproduction. Family planning. The process of planning the number of children, intervals between births by using birth control. Handing hints. 87% of the 41,000 babies born to 15 to 19-year-olds in Britain were outside marriage. This compares with 62% in the United States and 10% in Japan. A survey of 53 countries showed that Britain has one of the highest rates of sexual activity in the world among teenagers and young women. About 10% of women in Britain are married by the time they are 18. For the US, the figure is 11%, Brazil 24%, and Ghana 38%. Britain is known to have the highest teenage pregnancy rate in Europe. The London Borough of Lambeth, Lewisham, and Southwark have the most teenage pregnancies in England, with 10% pregnant by the time they were 20. Teenage mothers are more likely to drop out of school than girls who have a child later. A teenage mother will lack job skills, making it hard for her to find a job. Teenage mothers may not have developed good parenting skills or have the social support system to help them raise a child. Networking. Find out about the number of single parents in your country. How does the state help them? Book Single and Lone Parents by Craig Donegan. Films Big Daddy 1999, directed by Dennis Dugan. Three Men and a Little Lady 1990, directed by Emily Ordolino. Neil by Mouth 1997, directed by Gary Oldman.